Hi, I'm Kale and Grete from Scandinavia, and today I'm going to bake the traditional Finnish bread called pulla. It's pretty braided and it has a flavor of cardamom. I'm also going to add some raisins to my pulla today. You don't always put raisins in it, but you can if you like it. So here we go. First I'm going to heat up the milk. I have about 1 1/4 cup of milk. I have about 1/4 cup of butter I'm going to add to the milk. And of course I don't want the milk to get too hot. Then I have 1/2 cup of sugar goes in there. And also I have a teaspoon of cardamom. Or approximately a teaspoon of cardamom. Alright. Have to mix it up. You want to see the butter melt. Also, I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then here on the side, I have lukewarm water. I'm going to add a package of dry yeast to that. And mix that up. And I'll be adding that to the milk, but I need to have the butter melted. So now I can mix all the ingredients in this big bowl, and first I pour in the milk, and then I add the egg. I mix it in here. And I'll also add the yeast. I already dissolved it in a little water. Okay, and I have about 3 cups of flour. So now I add the first 2 cups. And I add another cup. And then I'm going to knead it on the table. But at first I want to mix it up in the bowl. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more flour. And then I'm going to do it by hand. But when it's just keep adding a little flour. Keep kneading it until it's nice and firm and not sticky. Okay, get some more flour in there. Okay, it's getting better. And I'm adding about a cup full of raisins to the bread batter. And mix it in. So the raisins have been added, I have kneaded it, and I'm going to cover it up and leave it like that for about an hour. Okay, it's time now to punch down the bread dough, and I knead it a little bit more, and then I'm going to divide it into 4 pieces. Roll each piece. It's a long, thin. Let's see. One, work on the next one until I have 4 long pieces. So now I'm braiding the bread. So here we have the bread on the baking sheet, and I'm going to leave it for another hour, 1.5 hours, maybe even 2 hours before I put it in the oven to bake. And of course I'm going to cover it up. Alright, well, the bread is ready. I have to brush it with the egg. And then I'm going to sprinkle chopped almonds and sugar on it before I stick it in the oven. I have heated the oven up to 370, and I expect to bake it for about half an hour, 25 minutes to half an hour. Okay, now that's enough. Here, sprinkle the almonds on. And last I'm going to sprinkle some sugar on top. And this is going to be a delicious pulla. Alright, here we are. So I can put the bread in the oven to get baked. And I'll check it in about 25 minutes. So here we have the pulla. It just came out of the oven. And I'll have to let it cool down a little bit before we can eat it. Hope you'll try the recipe for the pulla, and please let me know what you think and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot. See you another day. Bye.